What's up, folks? Don Bernard Jr. here with a very dear friend, Marc Blac. I think I met Marc in like 1998. That was the year I went to the University of Pittsburgh. I'm in Pittsburgh right now, just hanging out with some friends. And as soon as I saw this guy, I don't think he knows, I saw him on the street and he had a staff. And I think he had some kung fu pants on and he was talking to somebody like all animated. And I was like, I need to know who this guy is. So we connected, been good friends ever since. And I just wanted to big him up because he's such a great guy. He has a new school in Homestead. And why don't you tell the people why you came to Homestead and this new school you got?
Well, there came a time when I had to start teaching in a public location. It couldn't just be private anymore. So I had a lot of support from senior students that wanted to see this go ahead in the future. So what I did was I looked at the demographics and I chose the worst place. And I wanted to go somewhere I could help us.
Now when you say worse, why? What do you mean?
Well, you know, everyone has crime statistics.
Yeah.
And everyone has income statistics. The Steel Valley seems to have, on paper at least, okay, because all the people I've met have been wonderful people. It's nothing like that at all. Lowest incomes, crime rates high, that kind of thing. So if I'm gonna be of service to others, this is the place to start.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been in Squirrel Hill, could have been in Fox Chapel, could have. Hello, my name is Marc Blac, and let me charge $2,000 a week. No, that's ridiculous. You know, we're always saying that we'd like to have something in our community if we had an opportunity. Yeah. You know, looking for a hand or a handout. Yeah. So that's why I came here.
So in this way, you really feel like you can be of service.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a competitor, if you want to call it that, whom I happen to be bracketed on both roads. 8th Avenue eventually becomes Carson Street. West Avenue, the bridge, becomes Lebanon Church. So he's got schools in these locations as well as many others. And the price ranges are radically different. The style of teaching is different. I'm not running daycares for the kids. I'm actually teaching them stuff, you know what I mean? And the adults, I'm addressing their specific issues, whether it's this person's knee, this person's back, this person's hernia, you know, because some of them are older, some of them are younger. And so being here in the community where people don't have the best health insurance in the world, where they don't have every opportunity, especially even just in terms of the social growth, you know what I mean? Your job is pretty much your job. It's not like you have a career ladder you can run up. In this way, I can offer, I think, the most in terms of health, mentally, physically, emotionally. I think I can offer the most in terms of growth and hopefully an impetus for development. Again, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Why'd you get into Kung Fu in the first place?
It's two-part and it's long. Okay? I'll try to
Maybe we could get this short version.
Yeah, I'm going to short this as much as I can.
Okay.
Okay, I was a Catholic. I was brought up as an older boy. I was in the choir. I was all ready to go to the seminary. And I had made all these decisions by 4th grade, okay? Which is when you can't make any decisions in your life.
Right.
So I started seeing a lot of contradictions in the way Catholicism was taught. And so I said, well, let me check the other religions out. I mean, even just to be a better Catholic, a better Christian, period, you know, learn what's going on in Islam and Judaism, because if nothing else, by learning what makes us separate, but you know, what makes us different, will hopefully refine and enhance what it is that's supposed to make me what I am. Well, a lot of the same stuff, and so this took me over in different philosophies. Eventually this became Buddhism, which took me to Japan, you know, and because of course Japan was Asia in the 80s. The entirety of Asia was Japan.
Right.
So I'm looking at the bibliographies of these books, I'm seeing names that look like Shu, not Hasegawa. They're names like Tzu, or again, Lu, not something Indian or something Japanese. And I said, well, wait a minute, where's this at? So it's China. Oh, China's pretty big in China. Never heard of this place. Cut. We got to go back a couple of years previously. My dad was born in 1919. He's gone back home to visit his family in Denver for the first time in like 40 years, okay? He took me with him. So we go to the Ramada Inn, we check in, I could fall asleep, I wake up in the morning, we're going to go to breakfast. He's taking a shower, and I turn on the TV because I'm bored, and I see this swirling symbol, and I hear dun dun dun, like Kung Fu Theater. What the hell is Kung Fu?
Right.
So I'm watching, and I'm like, man, this is bullshit. There's no way someone could see that and do this and do that. And I'm watching it. Now, I'm aware of the fact it's a TV show, and it's choreographed and all that. At least it's planned. I wouldn't have known choreography back then. I'm starting to pick it up, like, you know what? It does make a lot of sense. Look, if he does this, The only opportunity left is that kick. And yeah, look, but his hands already in place. Ah, so it all made sense to me. This is like the 40 minutes took for him to come out of here dressed. Okay, you ready? Dad, can we finish watching this? So he bites on the cigarette, but yeah, he's going to watch us. Damn it if I don't make him watch 2 more of these 2-hour episodes right afterwards. The guy made major sacrifices. Now that I'm an adult, I realize when you go somewhere, you have limited funds, time, everything. And at his age, I mean, he was in his 60s, so this was like a major sacrifice he made for me. That was a movement philosophy. I'm studying on my own a spiritual, religious philosophy. When I'm 16, Kung Fu Theater and cable both come to Pittsburgh. Oh, that's that stuff I saw. And look at, when you hear about, boom, it all spun together.
All came together, right.
So we would do it all made-up Kung Fu because the ninja craze was full in effect, you know. And this is going to sound bad because, you know, everyone has a biased opinion about themselves. But I have tons of witnesses. Me and a guy named Larry used to run around with our made-up Kung Fu. And we'd go to different schools and spar. So this ended up like being us beating up the black belts, which made us feel like we were superior beings. I'm on the way down to, it's defunct now, so hopefully I'm not saying anything too bad. We're on our way down to Kung's Karate on Forbes Avenue, next to, on top of McDonald's X Jerry's Records, something like right there. I'm passing by the same Oakland School of Performing Arts RAC with Curtis Smith in there, and there's the karate stuff going on, you know. But something's different. I look in the window, look, what the heck is this? I stop Larry, I'm like, Larry, dude, come here, check this out. That's how I move. What is this? I've never seen real Kung Fu in reality.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And that was that. That next week I walk in, and it was on.
It was on and popping.
So,
huh?
I'm sorry that was so long, but it was
that was cool,
things that came together, and
yeah,
you know, and
awesome.
As an artist, having to study anatomy, because if I'm drawing or painting you, the bulge here from this shoulder has to come from something, versus the empty spot here, you know. So the pec wraps around here, there's a condyle around the equine process, etc., etc., etc. Well, that helped me understand like what was going on when I watched these techniques in the movies. You know, why do you have to actually wrap the arm into a chicken wing? You know. Well, how can some people get away with just a small twerk, but the twerk isn't apparent from the shoulder, it's on the wrist. So it's a chain that follows up. So that was, just to throw that in, there was a couple of things that all came together and made a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden.
It's like the integration of so many different aspects of your life, and they all came together.
And you wonder why Renaissance men in Italy and Spain were like they were. Everyone was out there doing their thing, and it was all coming together because of commerce and, you know, traveling back and forth. And I don't know, if I'd never made that trip with my dad, would it have been so cool?
Right.
Would I have thought ninja movies were cool at all? You know?
Yeah, that was part of the root, part of the seed.
Absolutely. I thought it was the coolest stuff on the planet.
Yeah,
I'd never seen anything like this.